Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Week 10 over-unders. We've been good this year. Let's keep it going. First game, we got the Houston Texans at the New York Giants. Over-under is 41. I'm going under. Now, I really believe this is going to be a close game decided in the fourth quarter, and those tend to push over. But when I look at this game, I see both offenses that can't get explosive plays. And the Giants, they're great at running the ball, but the Texans can also run it as well. The Texans tend to be able to slow down games and really grind the tempo. The best example is their game at the Jaguars. I think it ended like 13-6. So I think this game is a defensive football game. We don't see too many explosive plays. That's the reason why I'm going under the 41. Next game, we got the Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell, at the Chicago Bears, Dub Bears. Over, under 48.5. I'm going over. I wanted to make it a money pick, but I've gone back to this well just way too often. But I really do think this game turns into a shootout. I think both defenses have serious systematic issues, and this Bears defense has seemed to lost its heart and soul. I'm looking at Goff to get back going again. Last week was a shock without Hawkinson, but St. Brown's ready to go. Swift should be ready to go. I think both teams are able to run the rock. Justin Fields is playing the best football of his career. I like this over the 48.5. Just make sure you check the weather if you gamble it. Next game, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Tampa Bay Bucks. Over, under 44.5. Money, money, money! Money! I'm going under here, and it's not because I don't trust the Seahawks offense. They're good, but they play ball control for a reason. And when you look at this Seattle defense, the way to attack them is to slang it down the field. You have to really be ready to attack them, but I don't think the Bucs can do it. This Seattle pass rush is better than people think, and the Buccaneers can't run the rock at all. So you're seeing Brady throw 40, 45, hell, even 50 times a game some of these games, and I just don't know how effective it will be. If the Bucs could run the ball, it would be completely different. But I got this going under. I think the Seahawks run the rock a lot. They have long drives. When you watch Seahawks game, you see 8, 10-minute drives. I think we see a few of them. I'm going under the 44.5 in Germany. Next game, we got the Jacksonville Jags, Lawrence, at the Kansas City Chiefs. Over, under 50 points. I'm going over. And I know everyone's going to be low on the Chiefs offense after last week, but I'm going to say it right now. This Jags defense is the most puzzling unit in the NFL. The pass rush isn't consistent, even though they have 3 or 4 dogs and a rotation of defensive ends. And they can't cover anyone. And the Chiefs are a wrong team to not be able to cover anyone. And I'm looking at the other side of the ball, and I know everyone got excited about the Chiefs' defense the first 5 weeks. I never really got on that bandwagon. And if you look at the Jags, this offense is just missing a little bit of something, but they can move the ball, they can work it down the field, and Travis Etienne is becoming a star game by game. The kid gets better play by play. I'm going over the 50. I think the Chiefs get into the 30s, and I think the Jags are coming to claw and fight this game. They will be a dance partner. Next game, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. Over, under 42.5. I'm going under. I absolutely love this under. And listen, in the last matchup, I got absolutely buzzsawed. I love the under 40.5, but I'm going back to the well here. I'm doubling down, so to speak. It's just because I'm not a big PJ Walker guy. Maybe they start Baker this week. I don't know if it makes a damn bit of difference. AJ Terrell should be back for the Falcons. And Cordero Patterson, I know that adds a lot of explosion to the Falcons offense. I just think this Panthers defense is going to come out and respond after getting absolutely whiplashed by Cincinnati last week. I'm going under the 42.5. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Pittsburgh Steelers, over under 39.5. I'm going with a surprise over here. I think both teams managed to get in the 20s. I don't know how the hell it's going to happen. I don't know how they're going to get to the 20s. I just have that type of feeling. And I don't think the Saints are going down without an Alamo. I think there will be a little bit of Alamo. And even though Andy Dalton was absolute garbage against the Baltimore Ravens, that man has actually played good this year, as crazy as that sounds. I mean, it makes me sound like a psycho just saying that. Watt back for the Steelers. I know the methodology says go under, but I think the Steelers offense comes out with a few more ideas after the bye week. I'm going over the 39.5. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. The best gambling show on the internet. Share the damn videos. Next game. We're going down to Miami. We got the Cleveland Browns at the Miami Dolphins, over under 48.5. Money, money, money! Money! I know Miami's defense plays better at home. I'm going over the 48.5. I think the Browns are able to run it. I don't think Jacoby Brissett makes too many big plays. This Miami secondary should be getting healthier. But the Browns are still going to run it, and they're still going to be a dance partner. But the main methodology behind this pick is the Dolphins' offense is damn explosive. And this Cleveland defense has been anything but consistent this year. And listen, I know people got a preconceived notion about Tua. I was maybe one of the biggest Tua haters there are. But we have to be honest, man, when he's in the lineup for these Miami Dolphins, the offense is explosive. The offense is exhilarating to watch. And I don't think there's anyone in this secondary that can stay with Waddle, stay with Tyreek the Thrill Hill. We're hearing Ward might play, but hasn't the man had 2 concussions in 3 or 4 weeks? I don't think he plays. But even if he plays, I just think the Miami Dolphins have a lot of good matchups against this bad linebacking core and terrible secondary. I'm going over the 48.5. Make it a damn money pick. Next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings, my Vikings, at the Buffalo Bills, over under 43.5. I'm going over. I mean, as the week moves on, it looks like Case Keenum might play. I mean, the spread opened at 6.5, 7, and now it's down to 3.5. But Case Keenum, he can ball, and he can do some things. And I also think both teams will be able to find their way to the 20s, even if Case Keenum plays. But don't bet this over early if you really like it. You have to wait and bide your time. I think it'll work down even more if Case Keenum is announced as playing. But if he plays, I mean, I think this is one we should consider pouncing on, because this Vikings offense, it hasn't been spectacular, but it's pretty consistent. They will get you the 24 or 21 points a game, and this Bills offense will be able to manufacture stuff with Case Keenum. I'm going over the 43.5, but watch this one as it develops throughout the week. If you think Josh Allen is playing, you put the money down right now, my friends. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos at the Tennessee Titans, over under 36.5. I'm going over. I mean, this is about as low as they get in the NFL, and you know, Nathaniel Hackett and Russell America Wilson, they do deserve this type of treatment. They do deserve this type of doubt. But I think the Titans are going to be able to run it, man. That's why I'm going over. I think the Titans get to the 20s, and The Broncos, listen, that offense is terrible. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it, but I do think people are forgetting a little bit of Tennessee's secondary issues. I think Russell will be able to put up 17, nothing more, nothing less. I see a 21-17 game. That's why I'm going over. I don't want to touch this one. I see some stuff crazy happening in this game. Next game. We got the Indianapolis Colts at the Las Vegas Raiders. Over, under, 42.5. I'm going under. And I know there was a shakeup in the Colts system and their day-to-day work. New coach, Jeff Saturday. I mean, that's all well and good, but Sam Ehlinger can't play football. And that defense gave them every single chance to cover and maybe even win the game against the Patriots. And Sam Ehlinger just couldn't even complete or even throw a pass correctly. That's why I'm going under. I do think this Raiders offense, I do think they'll play good. I do think they'll have their moments. I could see them getting a 24-27. I'm just not sure how much of a dance partner the Colts are going to be. That's the main reason I'm going under. Now, there could be a spark with Saturday. It seems like Frank Reich really stalled out. The creativity on offense was absolutely missing and absent, but I wouldn't bet that. I'm going under the 42.5. Even though that's really low for a Raiders game. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Los Angeles Rams. McVay. Over, under, 41.5. I'm going over. And this is an Alamo game for both of these teams. It's an Alamo game for the Cards. It's an Alamo game for the Rams. And the more I think about it, the more I want to bet it. I'm going to lay off due to both teams having serious problems on offense. But for me, man, I think the Rams respond a little bit here. This Arizona front has been pretty good. They do have good blitz packages. But I think McVay will have some things in store. They got to get back to the run game. They got to get back to the play action. And then also, I think Kyler will make some plays. This isn't the same Rams defense as last year. I'm going over the 41.5. I think it's really low, even with how bad these offenses have been this year. Next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys, them boys, at the Green Bay Packers. Over, under, 43. Money, money, money! Money! I'm going under, making a money pick. There's so many issues with the Packers, and I feel like that bye week and the Cowboys' performance against the Bears, I feel like it made everyone forget how good this Cowboys defense is. I mean, the Packers wide receivers couldn't get separation against Detroit's secondary. How in the hell are they going to beat this Cowboys secondary with this absolutely vicious pass rush? I mean, a second reason why I think this is going to go under is this Packers offensive line has been underwhelming. Everyone thinks me liking the Cowboys this week is some sort of diss or some sort of slight against Aaron the Game Rodgers. Absolutely not. That's the farthest from the truth you could possibly be. It's because he doesn't have enough help, and I think LaFleur is really, really lacking as the offensive play caller. And then on the other side of the ball, I don't think we're going to see the Cowboys slang it 30, 40 times. I think we see them run it 55, 57% of the time. You can really run it against the Packers. I just think we see like a 27-17, 27-14 Cowboys win. Let me actually rephrase that. I actually think this game will be like a 24-10 Cowboys win. That's why I'm going to under, make it a damn money pick. Next game, Sunday Night Football. We got the Los Angeles Chargers at the San Francisco 49ers. Over, under, 45.5. I'm going over. I'm going over. I love this over. Now, I know. Herbert is the new check down Charlie in the NFL. It's not really his fault. It looks like Mike Williams and Keenan Allen won't be playing, but the Chargers will generate something. But this game is more about the 49ers offense. I think they hit stride here. The Chargers defense, they play soft coverage, and the last team you want to give yak is Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel. I think they both have a big game, and I think the 49ers run it. I think the Chargers are soft in the front seven, and that's why this game is a 7-point spread. I just think the 49ers, this is their time. They've won us a lot of money in the previous years. When it gets to November, when it gets to December, this is when this team starts hitting the ground and starting to run. I think they run this game. I think they get into the 30s. Give me the over the 45.5. Next game, we got the Washington No-Names at the Philadelphia Eagles. Over, under 43.5. Money. I'm going over. I know. This is a little bit crazy. Borderline money pick here. Don't run and bet this. Maybe a small bet on this game. I'll tell you why. This Eagles offense is phenomenal. And I think they're going to have a little bit of a vendetta on their shoulder after what happened last week to the Texans. I see the Eagles getting 27, 30 points here. And if it's a close game, they're really going to push down on the gas pedal. I mean, one reason why teams underestimate the Eagles' offense is because in the second half they have leads and they just completely don't need to do anything. And also, I think if this turns into a blowout, No-Names will add on some points. Heineke will do something. I'm not saying he's going to do a lot. There's not going to be a lot of sustained drives from the kid, but he will make 2 or 3 big plays that will help push this game over. I'm going over the 43.5 for Monday Night Football. Smash that like button, share the videos. Let's get this money. Live call-in show Friday, 4:30. Be there with your boy. I love talking to you. 4:30 Eastern time, by the way. Share the videos. Thank you for all the support.
How many days it gonna take? You switch on me and I ain't get a break. If I hop off, then the levee gon' break. If I take 2, then I'm off into space. Put all that down, pour all that out. I'm done without, we on the now. Step after step, day by the day. Live for the night and I'm never gon' break. Yeah.
Step by step by step by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Step by step by step by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Moving forward on the glory, up and onward, write the story. Little further, I can see it. We will be there before you know.
This life can get you down, down, down.
Just keep yourself around, round, round.